Let's go. Let's go live. Let's go. Let's go live. This is what I'll sing every time I go live. A disclaimer, I will never sing that again. Okay, hi. How are you doing? We're doing a little super chat square up. So we're squaring up the super chats from last week, as both Gary and I were poorly sick. So the shows for the last couple of weeks have been I think around about 3 hours, 3.5 hours tops. And last week, like, it was meant to be a 3-hour show, and we spoke for 2.5 hours without any breaking whatsoever to do super chats. And then as soon as I said, hey, let's do some super chats after 2.5 hours, fucking Nina started putting memes in the chat. And fuck off. Nina is a super chats. And we didn't get particularly far. So I said I'd do a super chat square up. I was going to do it Sunday. But the simple fact of the matter is my sleeping pattern is so right now, just like complete and utterly obliterated. Yeah, should be locked up. Throw away the key. So at the moment, I am sleeping during the day, and I'm getting up. I'm waking up about 7 p.m. UK time. Oh, and when you get up at 7 p.m., you just feel like you can't do anything. You feel like your day's gone. It's late. I can't stream. I can't make a video, but I got to. The voice is going to take a little bit, I think, a couple of weeks to fully recover, but I feel fine now. Absolutely 100% physically, in terms of, how I used to feel. Not feeling, oh my God, I feel 10 times better than I normally do. This is amazing. No, I feel like I normally feel, but it's good, the chest not doing the coughing anymore. The coughing is pretty much gone. An odd cough here or there, but that's usually when a bit of dryness, because lots of talking, lots of snoring, hits the back of your throat. The ladies will understand what I mean by that. So I said to myself, I was watching a bit of Dr. D. And I thought, no. I know it's 9 p.m. UK time, but we got to give the people their credit. So before we do the real BBC tomorrow, the proper show, which is going to be Gary's channel this coming week, let's go through the super chats. Let's have a chit chat, and let's see who's a lover and who's a hater. I worked nights for 9 years, dude. I know how you feel. Whoa, you feel worse. I mean, this is just like a couple of days for me. Hopefully in a few days, I'll get the sleeping pattern back on track. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit of phlegm. Not much. But I was waking up in the mornings and I was like hacking up this phlegm. And this phlegm, we're not talking like that mucusy. You go, you get it out because you're not swallowing phlegm. You're not DSP. You're not going and then swallowing it all. but I got post-nasal drip, but you don't do anything about it because you're a bitch. So you'd get it out, this gunk. It was fucking brown. It's just like brown gunk on your chest, and you're like, ooh. That's in my, that's like, you know, that's my infection, yo. That was my infection. Memes. So yeah, but now it's all the little bit that's left, it's all the good mucus. Yeah, like a smoker's phlegm, yeah. But it's just, you're just hacking up this brown shit. There's no more brown, Brian. It's fine. It's all good. I had something similar 6 months ago. Before the outbreak, coinkydink. Hacking up Nuki Brown Ale. I know. Listening to as while I'm trimming my beard. Not the best idea when you start laughing. Look, I got a head that looks like a 12-year-old's just burst through puberty. I have no idea where my trimmers are. None. I have to try and find my trimmers. Otherwise, I'm just going to start having a pube head, man. It's not good. Sorry, mucus of color, not. Yeah, thank you. Big pardon. A bit of racism. Okay, let's go through some super cheat chats. Let's try and do this in decent time. I think we left off at Meth Bear. Meth Bear with a $2 says gay and British, pretty much the same thing. I mean, you know, it's not wrong. Huge ass with the 2 Canadians says Spidey yuck. That'll be referring to the Spidey UK. Robert Mang with a $5 says she got paid $100 for a sketch. Maybe check out her other art before bashing her. Okay, we got a hero here. Let's just look at what he's white knighting. Okay, which is this. Now, you know, sure, maybe the artist didn't know that they were going to use it for a variant cover. Probably did, to be honest with you. And that is definitely $100 drawing. But the problem is, yo, this $100 drawing has A, got the person's name on it, so you know, you do you, darling. But B, this is going on the front of a variant edition for a mainstream, the biggest comic company. Well, I was gonna say former biggest comic company. So you know, yeah, I imagine she's a better artist when she can be fucking arsed. But being arsed is half of the issue, you know? And I know concepts, I know some people say concepts are, you know, concepts are quickly smashed out. I have concept variant covers of mainstream comics. It doesn't look like this shit. This is 15 minutes work for her in MS Paint, as somebody says in the chat, and it does look like MS Paint. So no, I don't give to. By the way, I'm wearing makeup. I'm wearing makeup. Can you tell where I'm wearing the makeup? I'm wearing makeup. That's going on a cover. That's going on your that's representing your company. That shows very specifically that they just want to make a quick buck. Marvel don't care. She don't care. They're making a quick buck on that. So, God fucking damn it! I've got to. Okay, hold on. Schadenfreude. So yeah, when I see something like that, I just see massively lazy from all parties. From all parties. The message doesn't deserve better aesthetics. Wow. I'm so sick and tired of the message. Primer with a $10 says, oh my God, that Spider-Verse cover is so effing lazy. They literally just took the character design sheet and slapdashed it as a cover. Correct. And still the industry is befuddled by why indie comics are making bank. They are like, look at Eric July. They are absolutely like shocked. They cannot comprehend how Eric is just absolutely coining up right now. In their brains, they're just like, well, this has to be a scam. This has to be a scam because there's somebody in comics making money and saying that they're not putting any political ideology in their comics. This has got to be a scam. It must be Russian bots. He's getting money from Ukraine. He's buying his own product to make it look like. Hey, let me take y'all back in time. Remember a few guys? They set up a studio, Wildstorm, Image. You know? Do you know how much they were selling and how much money they were making when those studios first came out? Jim Lee, etc., etc. They were making insane money. Their comics were selling like, I don't know how much it was, like 350,000. I think the comic would be cancelled. So once upon a time when the industry was about creating and trying to put something out there that people will latch onto. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Eric July at all here, but Eric had a very simple premise: just don't get political. People are sick of ideology. Just don't get political. Just make a fun, entertaining comic. Now we've yet to read it, we've yet to see, but that's your premise. That's your premise. He hasn't gone in, right, I'm going to make a bunch of libertarian comics. No. He's just like, I want to make comics and I want to be successful. And it's clear that he had no idea, he believes himself, my God. And it's wonderful to see such confidence, not cockiness, confidence. Very different in somebody, because confidence means that you believe in what you're really putting out. You're not cocky. You believe in what you're putting out. And so when we're talking about Eric July, we're talking about how Eric July is he's getting ready to ship. He's already got covers A, covers B arriving in. He's already shown them off. It was a 96-page book. This is a chunk. My chat's not showing live. Yeah, let's have a look. Yes, it is. Okay, so this, yeah, thank you for wasting my time. Yes, it is. Let's close that. Let's go back to that. There we go. So obviously gone back to the top again. Fuck it out. Let's go back down. So yeah, so you got these absolute crazy window lickers. These crazy window lickers who just don't understand that Eric July is a popular guy. He talks the talk, and then he walked the walk. And he said, right, I'm putting out a product. Do you want to buy it? And people went, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And if you look at the sphere that Eric is in, with his own channel, with channels that he goes onto, Geeks and Gamers, Friday Night Tights, you know, he's got his he's got his Blaze stuff. That's a network of people. That's a lot of people that his potential product or in was an actual product now can go out to. And it did. It did, and it went out in spades. And yet here we go again. Here we go again. The people just don't understand. The losers who scream and shout and we're about inclusion and diversity, and they never buy their comics. They never buy those comics. They don't buy any of the comics that they tweet about. At best, they'll pirate them. They don't buy them. How do you know? How do you know that they don't buy them, Az? How do you know? I'll tell you why. Because every time a movie comes out that people scream and shout about and says, yes, this is important. Yeah, nobody goes to fucking see it. We had Rat Fucker Renfamous the other day looking at the picture of Drunk 3PO on Yellow Flash's stand at Anime Matsuri. She didn't even know who the fuck he was. She thought he was Yellow Flash. They haven't got a clue who they're dealing with. They are actual rat fuckers. All they do is just go around trying to smear people. And there's no power there anymore. There's no nothing. There's only so many times you can get called an istophobe and whatever before you're just like, I don't care. I don't care what you call me because you're nothing. You're a nobody. You have no power. And then you got another hit piece from Rewriting Ripley. And what's it about? It's about fucking Milo Yiannopoulos. It's about Ghostbusters 2016. It's about Rose fucking Tico. These people have no idea who they're dealing with. No idea whatsoever who they're dealing with. It's laughable. Beyond laughable. And that's where you go, you know. So we've seen the 3 covers that Eric wants to put out. He's not putting out any bloody tat. Any, well, here, you know, just sketch up a 5-minute, you know, Yara. Just do that and then whack it on a cover and try and you know, scrounge a few pennies because of it. No. Not doing that. He's actually got respect for what goes on his cover. So laughable, man. So fucking laughable. The Field with a $20 says, I fought a yellowtail for about 3 minutes, and it won the jackpot for the boat. So I thought I'd be a little generous to my favorite Kiwi YouTuber. Thank you. Appreciate it. Quarter Black in the chat. Quarter as said you love pineapple on pizza. I did not. But you should. I'm just saying you should. You know, that's going to be what breaks everyone apart. It's not going to be which is the best Doctor, which is the best Star Wars film. It's going to be who likes pineapple on pizza and who doesn't. That's what's going to tear us apart. Dr. Rain King with the 10 Canadian says, hail the fellowship, long time lurker, first time donation. Can never catch you live. Drinker and Shad led me to Friday Night Tights. Nice. Which introduced me to the fellowship. Nice. Nice. It's what we like to see, you know. And then they follow up with another 10 Canadian saying, I used to have a watch later YouTube list of 500 videos. Each day, I'd watch 5 or so and add 5 or so. Now it's over 2,000 and sits idle. Each week it's full of Tea with Az, Open Bar, The Real BBC, Friday Night Tights, and now EFAP. You'll never have to want for content again. You'll never have to want for content again. I don't know if Garrett. I'll drop QB the link if he wants to come in. I don't know how busy he is or what, but I'll drop him the I'll drop him the linky poo if he wants to come in. There you go. If you want to come in, dude. Has it held? Yeah, it's held at the right spot. It hasn't gone back to the top again. Yay. Night King 01 the 2 dots says Obi-Wan has canonical relationships. Yeah, had a canonical relationship with Satine. Yes. The ruler of Mandalore. But it's okay because some pedos wrote a book about kids wanting to dabble with each other. So Obi-Wan is now canonically bi. That's not how it works. You see, pedos don't get to dictate what happens to our fandoms. Okay, go fuck yourself, you fucking degenerate. You degenerate. Not you, not the person obviously with the super chat, the person writing that degenerate book. And then Dr. Rain King is back with another 10 Canadian. It says, Mola, everyone seemed to love the Moon Knight Asylum episode, but I thought Buffy did it better. They left it vague at the end. You never knew it was real. Thoughts? Well, I didn't see that episode. Mola's obviously not here. Moon Knight, good first episode. Rest was dog shit. Midwizard with a $5 says San Diego Comic-Con trying to make Filipinx a thing. As a half Filipino, I am seeking advice on how I can personally smack Comic-Con in the face. I guarantee you a white woman came up with that. I guarantee a white woman came up with that slur. Because remember, you know, gender. They're trying to destroy gender. And then confuse youth with gender identity in a never-ending spiral of crap. Never-ending spiral. So just do what you know, as lovely brown Mexicans on Twitter do whenever somebody says Latinx, just go, I'm not a Latinx, I'm a Latino. Or I'm not a Filipinx, I'm a Filipino. Assert your proper identity, not these fake fucking identities that are all trying to do now. Z's, fuck, just, oh my God. Do you know, again, hey, look, folks, look, it's only the West that's doing this. It's only the West that is doing this. No one in the East is doing this. No one in Japan is doing this. No one in China is doing this. No one in India is doing this. It's the insane far left. Life is good, people. Life is good. They need control now. The populace is docile enough. We need control now. We need, we got doctors tweeting on Twitter. I saw a doctor. I can only hope that they're fucking lying. But a doctor tweeted on Twitter today, I saw, even on banned until tomorrow. My ban runs out tomorrow, folks. They tweeted out, I'm seeing a lot of people with snivels and coughs and sneezes without any masks on. Oh, you're seeing life as it used to be pre-COVID. That's what you're seeing. Where people weren't afraid, because we used to have things called, I don't know if you remember this, folks, but do you remember that thing that was called flu season? Remember that thing that what do they call it? I can't remember exactly what they called it, but it was like you got the con lurgy or whatever, which meant when you went to some Comic-Con, you mingled with so many people and you touched so many things that other people had touched that you're left with some, fucking lurgy. And now, summer colds, yeah. Like midsummer, you get a cold. How? It's midsummer. It's just how it happens. The con crud. And there you go, the con crud. And now you got a doctor who's scared of people sniffing and sneezing and coughing without a mask. That's what the last 2 years has done to a lot of these people. It's broken them. It's broken the weak. Well, AC, because AC is just spewing germs, isn't it? When you're in an office and they've got AC and that AC is just sucking up everyone's germs, spewing it back out, spreading it around everywhere. Yeah, we got ill. We get ill. Our body fights back. I am no doctor. I am not giving any doctor's advice. But what I will say is I'm very glad I never, ever got a vaccination. Because having come off confirmed COVID, because I'm coming off COVID, this is COVID. I have it. It was like a cold. It was like having a bit of flu. The symptoms were mostly gone after the first week, and then it was just dealing with the cough. The cough is the thing that's been persistent for the last 2 weeks. And now the cough is gone. My immune system has done its job. My throat is loose. It's going to be loose for a couple of weeks, and then it's going to be back to its normal sexy self. But in all honesty, I've had much worse than this before. geez, I've had flu where I've literally lost my voice for a month or two. This was like an annoying cold. Yeah, my immune system has fought this. My immune system is now stronger because of it. Brightest Day with a $2 says, hey, Ryan's here. Yeah, Ryan came on for a little bit. Hail to Ryan Kennel. Prime with a $2 says, just you wait, Obi-Wan will be renamed to Obi-Wang when China run through America. Yeah. When China run through America and people like Obama and his regime put their hands up in the air and go, it's a fair cop. Then yeah, it'll be Obi-Wan. Matrix BG with a 5 somethings. I've gone for a few days and so much shite happens. Thanks, Az. P.S. Nina, I survived my 5-day mountain bike trip by cutting it down to 3 days. There you go. I got another lung. Also, that was a forced cough. I wasn't actually coughing. That was forced. That's called a forced cough. That one wasn't. Because I did a forced cough, which made me cough. Yeah, Ryan popped on for a little bit. It was good stuff. 5 picoseconds with a 5 Canadian says, Nick Ricciardo was right. The Jedi are groomers. Confirmed. Confirmed in this latest Star Pedo book. Yeah. Grand Wazoo 42 with a €1.50 hot dog. It's not hurting my lungs. It's hurting my throat because my throat's that's the tender place. So when I do one of those coughs on purpose, it's actually the throat it hurts. That's why I take a quick gaggle of water, because it's the throat that it gets. That, and because of the throat, I'm drinking so much water, because if the throat dries out, then I can barely speak, kind of go, yeah. So I'm drinking so much water. I am pissing like a racehorse right now. I'm going through like nearly 2 of these a day. I am just pissing. All to keep my throat nice and lubricated, ladies. JP with the $5 says, up next, Obi-Wan and Anakin were butt buddies since the end of episode 1, but he let Padme die to get her out of the way. I'm sure there's fan fiction somewhere. I guarantee you there's fan fiction somewhere. Lord Pepsi with a $2 says, watch out for the QKC Queen Kids Club. Ooh. That don't sound too good. Big Rog with a 2 Canadian thumbs up super sticker. Back at you, Rog. Krista with a $5 says, I want to write a child romance. White. You mean a teen romance writer? I think that's meant to be writer. You mean a teen romance publisher? No comment. Writer. That's well, I mean, look. We've all seen young adult stuff, whether we like it or not. You got your Twilights and your whatnot. So when they do Twilight, they got these 2 kids. They're about 18 years old. In reality, they're about 18 to 20, early 20s. And it's kind of like trying to reenact that high school, crush, fixation, You know, our hormones were going crazy in high school. You know, they're trying to do that. But then you got this Star Wars book. And it's just degenerate. It's just degenerate. These are 13-year-old kids in the book. And you got some dude saying to some other dude, hey, do you want to just like pretend, you know, practice snogging with each other? No, that's not how shit went down. It's not how shit fucking went down. But this woman, this I can't remember what the writer was called. Lucky for her. But that's what you want to push. You want to push gay 13-year-old boys in a Star Wars book. Line them up. Yeah, they are 13 or 14 in the book, Harper. Maybe even younger. They're young Padwans in the book. Yeah. Don't know if you want to defend it, you know. You know, you want to defend that, Harper? Is that the hill you want to die on? Yeah? Defending some fucking degenerate pedo? You go for it. Yeah, you go for it. Bruce Flash with a $5 says Ison One has sold well over 50,000 books. 27K cover A, 17K cover B, and almost 10K for cover C. You have no proof they're young Padawan. Harper, dude. Seriously. I'd fucking get out of here before the fucking FBI are called on you. The book is about them being Padwans. The book's about them being Padwans. But anyway, we'll leave pedo Harper alone. You know, pedo Harper, fuck off, mate. Don't want no fucking pedos in here. Off you fuck. Off you fuck. Get out of here. Don't want your fucking degenerate filth in here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. Dirty fucking pedo. Dirty pedo. Don't want him. Go over to some other channel where you'd be welcome, like Vito or something. Uneven Streets with a $4 says, you guys seen the Sandman trailer and Gaiman's reviews of it where he breaks down the casting of the characters? It made sense when he explained it. Uneven Streets, don't care. Don't care. I don't give a shit. Neil Gaiman is a fucking lost ideologue now. He's fallen in with the far left. You know, he can explain whatever he wants all day long. It is completely different to the Sandman that was produced at that time, which means if he's converting it to a Sandman of today, it's an ideological decision. And what do we say to ideological decisions? Shove them up their ass. Shove them up your ass. There is few, particularly from independent comics back in the day. And Vertigo was so kind of unique. But there were so few characters that you could say were iconic in their visual representation. You know, maybe Preacher. But one of them, you know, stuff like that. But one of them was definitely Death. But they wanted to go a different direction. They wanted to go in a completely different direction. And you know what Death looks like now? Nothing different. Nothing different whatsoever. But you know, it's his stuff. He can do what he wants, and I've got the right to not give a shit. That's my God-given right. And when I saw it, I don't give a shit. So, you know, Netflix's Sandman is not going to be something I'm going to personally watch. You can watch it. Not going to, you know, I ain't got any issues with other people watching it. You want to watch it, you watch it. You want to watch it, you watch it. But me, I know, don't give a shit. Do not give a shit. We got, you know, next, what are we on? August, September, October. It's a couple of months' time. Nearly, well, about 3 months' time, just shy of 3 months. We got Jodie Whittaker burning as the Doctor. I think it's going to have some twist ending because it's going to lead into the 60th, and the 60th is going to be, I think, a little different. And getting rid of Jodie Whittaker and getting a new Doctor on board, I don't think it's, considering you look at the ratings, the worst ratings Doctor Who's ever had. Ever had. And why is that? One of them, because Whittaker's female. That's just a fact. People don't want a female Doctor. They want a male Doctor. The Doctor's male. But another big factor is the BBC's ideology. The BBC is so partisan now. That's why there's so much revolt in the UK about the license fee. It's because the BBC aren't making content for everyone anymore. They are ticking boxes. They literally have an inclusion and diversity policy for the people that work there. That in itself is a discriminatory piece of legislation at the BBC, because it is discriminating against people's gender, color, ethnicity, sexuality to fit a box. And this is progressive? People loved Doctor Who when there was a pretty little companion and a young, enthusiastic, excitable, crazy, dangerous Doctor roaming around the universe, having adventures, having good times, having sad times. That's what people want to see. Now we have the new Doctor in Ncuti Gatwa, and instead of, oh, there's going to be these adventures and those adventures and that, what is coming out? What noise? What news is coming out about Doctor Who? All it is gay Doctor, gay Doctor, gay Doctor. And it's an, again, ideology. Pushing pronouns. And by this, I just know that this run by Russell T Davies I'm so checked out by all this now. I don't even care about Whittaker burning. I've said this before. Apologies if you've heard it, but I don't even care about Whittaker burning anymore. Because what's coming is no better. No better. You've got the beautiful Bernard Cribbins passed away just a few days ago. R.I.P. to Bernard Cribbins. He has a long history in you know, great British film and TV. And this is a guy that was part of, you know, one of the best runs in story runs in Doctor Who ever, season 4. And he's passed away just a few days ago. And all we're hearing from Neil Patrick Harris is, Ncuti Gatwa is going to be the first gay Doctor. Oh my God. That's That's where we are now, is it? That's where we are now. But this is the far left. It's all about what box you can tick. You know, it's all about what inclusion and diversity you can bring. And the thing is, there's none. It's all been done before. You know, this is why you have with the Rings of Power. Well, yeah. Hey, I seen Nichols' name being mentioned in the chat, and you know, R.I.P. Nichelle Nichols, who I think passed away yesterday. I think it was, or maybe the day before, but yesterday or the day before. 89. You know, wonderful life. Nichelle Nichols legitimately broke ground in TV. Legitimately. Even speaking with Martin Luther King about her role on the show. And him encouraging her to stay. And I think you know where I'm going to go with this, because what year is that? That's 66, 65, 66, somewhere around there. And here we are, you know, 60 odd years later. 60 odd years later. And not only is the preachings of Martin Luther King just being thrown to the wall now. You know, the far left are pro-segregation. We have liars sat up on stage going, "Oh, I'm the first female dwarf ever in Tolkien." You are a liar. They're not even close to the first one. But you see, this is what they want, people. They are desperate for firsts. Why? Because if they get a first, it feels like they are progressing. Look what we brought to the table. We brought the first ever this, the first ever that. And the truth of the matter is, this has been done over time and time again. Time and time again. Because as I've said before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it right now, inclusion and diversity is a lie, because it's always been here. Always. But now we have a bunch of narcissists that are wanting to take credit for natural progressivism, for natural tolerance, for natural development. These narcissists, they want to take credit for that. And it's to fuel their own ego. It's not because they truly believe in being a champion for the black people or the gay people. It's nothing to do with that at all. They don't care. They don't care if you're black, you're brown, if you're gay, if you're female, if you're legitimately trans, or if you're a fake Twitter trans. They don't care. All they want is the glory to themselves. Oh, I did a thing. I did a thing for the small people, for the non-championed people, for the diverses. I championed them. Please, no. Save your praise. No, it was nothing. I did it because it was necessary. No, keep it coming. I did it because it was that. You're a little bit quiet over there. Thank you. I did it because I wanted to. Because it was the right thing to do. Liars. Surrounded by liars and ideologues. And I've said many, many times, you won't make a liar out of me. You won't make a liar out of me. There you go. You got your $5. But, you know, when you talk about a show, when you talk about a TV show or movie or comic or a toy, whatever it may be, those things have got to stand on the merit of what they actually are, not on the merit that this toy was made by people of color, only people of color, or this show was made by, oh my God, this was just like a whole cast of women, front and back. That's got nothing to do. It's the content, it's the quality of the product, the quality of the TV show, the movie, the toy, the comic. It's the quality of that defines that product. Not who made it, not what color they were, not who they sleep with. None of that. But this is what we are hearing every time a TV show comes out. There's the new Doctor. He's short, black, gay, and Rwandan. Oh my God. Well, what about the adventures he's going on? Didn't you hear? We said he was gay. Okay. So you've got nothing to say about the actual show. You've only got something to say about the superficial characteristics of that person. So your show is going to be superficial. Gotcha. That's where we are now. That is where we are now, unfortunately. No, Zaku Boy with 100. By the way, the fact that one of the companions is 18 years old and claims to be trans. You know, I said you won't make a liar out of me. I feel legitimately. So when I say sorry, I know they don't want my pity, but I feel particularly angered by the fact that we have these trans trenders. You know, these people who are jumping on bandwagons because it's trendy to be trans. And, you know, legitimate trans people, legitimate people who really do suffer from gender dysmorphia, struggle with gender legits. They are getting dragged into this horrifying narcissistical mess, which social media is fueling, TikTok is fueling, Twitter is fueling. Do you know something? I know I'm going a little bit off targets here, tangents here and there. Because I've been banned from Twitter for the last week, it's given me a chance to just read some tweets, you know? Because I can't contribute. I can't like, I can't retweet. I can't put out any tweets. I can't do any of that. All I can do is reply to DMs. I can't post up GIFs. I can't post up images. Can't do anything. But I was reading some tweets, and I saw a tweet from somebody that had less than 1,000 followers, and they followed, let's say, 500 or 600 people. You know, so one of those accounts that mostly follow and I'll follow back, probably, you know, most likely. A tiny account, a small account. No blue tick mark, nothing. And they said their tweet, and I'm going to paraphrase this because I can't remember exactly what it was, but their tweet was something along the lines of, I can't believe how excited or how exciting Phase 5 of Marvel is going to be. That was it. This also didn't have any hashtags in it. It didn't have any ats in it. So they didn't at Marvel and they didn't hashtag Phase 5. It was just text. And it came across my timeline. And it had 21,000 likes on it. 21,000 likes. Please tell me that Twitter isn't skewed. Absolutely skewed to corporate propaganda. Crazy. No Zaku Boy with $100 super chat. Thank you. That's massive, dude. Who sees into the hearts of women and the undergarments of men? Oh, beg your pardon. Peeping Tom. The whole world's sexuality has been queered. To set reality straight, Tom must team up with the only person unaffected, Ryan Kennel, who is secretly the White Devil, the man without shame. Oh my God. It had to be Ryan. I'm going to run to the toilet because I'm drinking so much water. I'll be back in a minute. But before I go, this came in the post for me today. This came in the post for me today from a lovely person called Bruce. Bruce sent me my very own I got a white privilege card. Got a white privilege card. So I'm just going to go around the world now, just going, hi, white privilege card. Can I go on there? I'm afraid you can't, sir. I do have a white privilege card. Of course, sir. Because that's how the left thinks the world fucking works. No, not that one. No, not that one. This one. Right. I'm going to the loo. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hello. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. Anyway, right. Okay, let's carry on. Cedar Stuff with a £5 says, coming soon from Disney, Star Wars X, a new no. It should be should be Star Wexers. Oh man, that was good. Moondoggy with a $10 says, I'm getting sick of these YA writers being hired when they clearly seem to have a fetish for kiddie relationships and seem to only fixate on them. That's because they're trying to edge into the alphabet mafia, dude. That's what they're trying to do. Trying to edge into the alphabet mafia. Eric Bailey with a $10 says, Queer Wars in a galaxy far too near. This stuff is all trash. We need to make more of our own stuff and keep the SJWs out of it. Well, Eric July's doing it. Do you know who else is? Well, somebody else is doing it for different reasons, but do you know who's doing something? Dr. Disrespect. With Midnight Society. You know? He's doing that because he's sick and tired of the current crop of shooters. And so he's putting his money where his mouth is. He created a studio and he's making his own games. So this is good to see. It's good to see independent creators saying it. Do you know what? I'm going to get my idea out there. Wow. Well, anyone who's doing crowdfunded comics, anyone who's working independently, but Eric is obviously, he's he's kind of the star of the show just now, Mr. 3.3 mil. James Moore with a $5 says, this happened because Tumblr banned porn. The fanfic writers have escaped their containment and now they're getting hired. There is actually some truth in that, There is some freaking truth. There is a little bit of truth in that. The Tumblr deviants have tried to find somewhere to go, and it looks like TikTok and Twitter seem to be the place. And then some of them are being hired because they're cheap and nasty, and Marvel are cheap and nasty. And they're literally, and then they get the proper artists to do the covers. Some of the sometimes, so it looks like there's a legit product. If you got like an art journal cover and whatnot, but then you go into the interiors and it's fucking dog shit. It's dog shit, $50 a page crap. Hey, you be as deviant as you want in your own free time if it's not hurting anyone, away from everyone else. Lord Pepsi with a $2 says, so when do we get They Hulk? Probably sooner than you think. Commander Cody 017 with a $5 says, this Obi-Wan book literally sounds like My Immortal fan fiction. If you don't know what it is, please read it with friends. Y'all will lose it. I think I'm good. General Grievous with a £4.49 says, Mauler, watch My Hero Academia. It's really good. 6 to 7 out of 10. And Shad reviewed it positively. Or Shad reviewed it positively. Douglas Wentworth with a 2 Australian says, that was amazing. Must have been something I did. No. Okay. Joseph Fazio with a $5 says, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? We know what that's from. John Wayne with a $5 says, the way the way Qui-Gon lovingly stroked Obi-Wan's face when telling him to train Anakin in the Phantom Menace. Sure, okay. Nah, not so much. Ecanalist with a $5 says, "What's your odds on the writers not having known Abomination was free in Shang-Chi?" I don't even know if they know what, where things are in the timeline anymore. So we don't even know what's where. Has the Abomination been captured after Shang-Chi? Do you know that I don't care? I don't care. I really don't care. I think, and I don't mean that disrespectfully to you, obviously, Candace, but holy shit. She-Hulk is the show that I could not care the least about. I cannot wait to review it with Jane. It's gonna be a disaster show. A disaster. I've already got the builders marking out where my third shed's gonna be. This is a super chat square up, dude. I'm catching up from the super chats from last week's. This is not a real BBC. This is a real BBC super chat square up. But I do chatting with you, I go into it. I don't just bang them out and then bang off. Ladies, how you doing? John Byrne won't be getting a thing. No. I imagine. But yeah, I mean, that show in itself just looks trash. The least of that show's problems is the Abomination. I mean, they got Tim Roth in there because they needed something. Have you noticed how all the shows they're bringing out for their shitty characters are all propped up by bigger characters? You got Echo coming out, but who's in Echo? Oh, Kingpin and Daredevil. She-Hulk, who's in She-Hulk? Oh, Daredevil again. Oh my goodness me. It's because these shit characters that they're putting out from all new, all different Marvel that all failed, all new, all failed Marvel, no one gives a shit about. No one gives a shit about. Echo. I know. Who wants an Echo show? Normies. Anyone who claims to be a normie and know who Echo is a liar. I had no idea who Echo is. I'm a DC man more than a Marvel man, but I still had no fucking idea who Echo was. Meant nothing to me. And these are people people are meant to be subscribing to Disney Plus to see their wonderful characters. How many subscriptions is Echo bringing in? None. That's why it's got Daredevil and Kingpin in the hope that Daredevil and Kingpin, can bring a sub or two in. It's a big bunch of bullshit, folks. It is a big bunch of fucking bullshit. So yeah, the least of the She-Hulk's problem. Sorry, I'm trying to get the sellotape off this white privilege card so I can take it to the bank tomorrow. Hello, I'd like £1 million. Do you have £1 million in your bank account, sir? No? Then how do you think you're going to get £1 million off us? Because I have a white privilege card, sir. Oh, Must be legit. Give me that million. Whoosh. Joseph Fazio again with the $5 says, is she going to break Surtur's poise better than Hulk did? Well, well, she's done. Put it this way: she's done everything better than the Hulk in the trailer, right? So she could probably one-shot Thanos. Probably one-shot Thanos, you know. It's ridiculous. Just what a trailer to put out to put people off, you know. Let's just show this woman's better than the actual Hulk and everything. Oh my god, women do it better. Am I right? High fivesies. I would be so disappointing if this show isn't a dumpster fire I imagine it to be. I tell you what, I do say this with a slight bit of, you know, sarcasm, but when the trailers for Cassian Andor look better than anything Star Wars and Marvel are putting out at the moment, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, but the trailers for Cassian Andor look better than anything Marvel is putting out. It looks better than fucking Kenobi looked. It looks better than Boba Fett. That Boba Fett. It is a fucked up world we live in where you are shaking your head going, well, that Cassian Andor trailer is better, the best thing I've seen from Disney for a while. Cassian Andor. One fucking Solo. And I'm just like, I'll take Cassian Andor over anything Marvel's got. Anything. I'll take it over Dadbot Fett. I'll take it over Mandalorian because I'm fucking sick and tired of that Baby Yoda shit. I'll take it over Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's a crazy one, folks. I know, Cog. I know. Cog Motion. How is this even possible? It's insane, isn't it? And there's a guy walking around in fucking Cassian Andor with a bloody AK-47 for some reason. And it's still better than Marvel. But why is he walking around with an AK-47? Chris B with a $10 says, I certainly know that I want my attorney going out into the streets to physically fight crime and potentially taint any future criminal investigations and the legal repercussions of such. Why you gotta play them like that, Chris? Why you gotta play them like that? You're absolutely right. Did you do it? No, I'm going to beat it out of you. But remember, she does things by the book. You mean the Book of Ashanti? No, I mean the Book of American Laws. It was at 11:58 this morning that I stopped laughing at that joke. It was so funny. It was so funny. Oh, I laughed for days and days. Dadco with a 5 Canadian. They turned another redhead black. Titania is white with red hair in the comics, and now she's played by a black actress. The meme keeps on living. Yeah, what have they got against redheads, you know? What have they got against redheads? That one is really weird. But she got I honest to God, I'm not even joking. When they burst through the wall, I thought it was a dude. I thought it was a trans dude. But when she got some criticism, and the actress did say, okay, sure, it didn't, maybe you look better, or didn't look the best, but my tits look great. Fair play to her. Fair play. John Ellis Bush with a £1.79 says, oh, hey, who's the new guy? Also, nice Ryan cameo. Ryan with a $5 says, hi, old Mola. You need to do an EFAP for She-Hulk. You can finally get Ricada on and have a gay old time. Yeah, get Ricada on too. Hey, Nick Ricada was banned from Twitter, for YouTube for 7 days. And he's on day 10. He's on day 10, and YouTube still have not undone the ban. So, YouTube, come on. This is not a good look. Not a good look. I knocked my mom with a $5 says, hi, Gary, been a while. I snuck up on a wild woodchuck and managed to pet it for 15 seconds. I'm basically a ninja. Just thought you guys would like to know. Nice. Oh, yeah. Robert Dews with a $5 says, my throat's a bit sore. I'm trying to lube it. Ladies. Robot Dews with a $5 says, how about that Black Panther 2? A little weird. They race swapped Ironheart from that nice Asian lady from the original. So there's like a Japanese superhero porno called Ironheart. Don't ask me how I know. Ask no questions, hear no lies. But that was that was quite interesting. Offer Nave with a $5 says, Gary, I want to hear about the Rippaverse buzz at the con. I think you got a lot of it. As they're doing a Black Robin Hood soon. So I hear. Because, Nottingham was rampant with black aristocrats. It's progressive. All I can say to that is, finally, a Black Robin Hood. Finally. Damn it. I'm going to put some of this this salty, horrible shit into this water. Oh, I hope he better be gay. He's going to be, if he's gay, who's he going to be saving? Maid Michael? I'm here to save Maid Michael. Oh my God. You like that Robin Hood? Oh my God. Maid Martin. Yeah. Maid Martin, maybe. I'm like Robin Hood and stuff. And I like steal from the rich and things and like give to the poor and stuff. I'm stirring the powder. Sergei of Gisborne. His ex-lover. His ex-lover, Sergei of Gisborne. It's not the sheriff of Nottingham. It's going to be the sheriff of Brighton. Tastes absolutely revolting, but it's one of those things that are meant to be good for you. Jobs McGee, good to see you, man, with a £5 says that I love how the Shazam 2 trailer had music by the real Slim Sauron. Now, I'm the Slim Sauron and I'm the Slim Sauron and they want to Slim Sauron. Well, the real Slim Sauron, please stand up. Please stand up. Oh, man, it's all fucked, isn't it? It's all fucked. Everything's fucked. Hail the Ripperverse. It's a female Black Robin Hood. What? Mercy. You know I'm gonna have to do a video on this tomorrow now. You know I'm gonna have to do a video on this tomorrow before Real BBC. Mr. X with a $2,500 trillion, which I think is like $2. I'm kidding. Just watched The Grey Man, a neat action movie starring Az's less handsome brother Ryan Gosling. Didn't make me wish I was dead. That means it's good. I need to watch that because it's got a lot of shit from some quarters. So I need to see what it's all about. I need to see what it's all about. I do have the blue eyes. But I'm hidden today. But I do have the blue eyes. Blue eyes. Baby's got blue eyes. Goshu with a 5 Canadian says Shazam trailer took hints from Rise of Skywalker. What the fuck? I didn't like that Shazam 2 trailer at all. You know, I didn't like the look of it at all. The jokes, well, they weren't jokes. They weren't funny. They weren't funny. And Helen Mirren is the main villain. I love Helen Mirren, but no. No. That's the only thing that I've liked from DC. The only thing that I've liked from DC is Piers. Sorry. Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate. That looks cool as fuck. And I would love a Dr. Fate film with Pierce Brosnan. Because that is the only thing to me that's looked cool as fuck. It wasn't made for you. I know. None of this is made for you, as I know. This is made for us, not y'all. But you know, he's a great actor. He's a wonderful actor. But he just, like, even in the trailers, you're just like, oh my God, this guy is going to own this role. He's just going to own this role as Dr. Fate, man. Woo. Woo. Hopefully we got a good hot toy as well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's play a game. Before we go on with the super chats, let's play a game. Let's play a game, chat. This is a game for you to get involved with. Okay, I want you to get your fingers on the keyboard to type the answer. I want to see what your answers are to this question. The question is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to play? The question is, why did DC suddenly announce that Ben Affleck will be playing Batman in Aquaman 2? What's your best answers? Why did DC announce that Ben Affleck was gonna play Batman in Aquaman 2? See what answers we get. We got it's to avoid the Amber Heard effect. Turd. I will accept turd as a correct answer as well. Something about mirror. Fired turd. Correct. Yes. To replace, not replace turd. I think there's still going to be some turd in it. I think it's to put a, you know, to put some French fries next to the turd. What is turd for 100 is correct. Amber deflection is correct. Turdley effect, correct. I'll take anything Amber Heard related. I'm pretty sure it's because of Amber Heard and the massive backlash to people not going to see that movie. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Amber Heard is in the process of selling her house to settle her court debts. Her court debts. Oh, isn't Johnny doing an appeal against the $2 million that she won as well? So Johnny literally has paid her the $2 million, which is coming straight back to him. And then he's going to appeal it. And if he wins, then she's gonna get another $2 million. Oh, do you know something, folks? I don't know about you, but I love it when horrible things happen to horrible people. It's called fucking karma. Ooh. Padishah Emperor Shaddam with a $10 says, I've been watching too much Drinker and Lotus Eaters. That YouTube ads think I am British when I'm not. How did Az deal with this problem? People just think I'm from New Zealand. I just get well, I have YouTube Prime or Premiere, whatever it's called. So I don't get adverts. But when I watch stuff on my iPad, which the adverts still go through for some reason, but okay. When I watch stuff on my iPad, it just gets, half the time it's just kind of generic stuff. Unfortunately, so many horrible people never get what's coming. I know, so it's good to see when bad things happen to horrible people. Or as other people call it, a DSP stream. Offer Nave with another $5 says, thanks for playing the She-Hulk trailer. Now I know I don't need a microscope to see cancer. Wow. It does look bad. The Kiwi joke originates from the quartering. The quartering invited myself and Gary and others onto a stream. And I think it was when Gina Carano was fired from Disney. Well, essentially just didn't have a contract renewed, but you know. And we were on the stream and he introduced me as his favorite Kiwi. It's my favorite Kiwi. Heel versus Babyface. So with the joke has stayed. It's now a meme. It's now a meme. Zexors with a $2 says one of the best trailers ever, Punisher season 1. By the way, when I go through these super chats, I will do the super chats which people have sent in this stream. So don't worry about that. And you shouldn't be sending super chats in this stream. This stream is for the super chats you've already sent. But thank you. I appreciate you. You're naughty. This is for you to just sit back and chill and relax. Get a cup of coffee. Get your missus to suck you off. But this is you know, this is for you to just chill and have some, you know, whatever. Chat does what chat wants, but you know what I mean. P. Gomby with a €20 says, hail the real beavers. He has. Now that I've played through Fallen Order, I can honestly say the Kenobi series is creatively bankrupt. The best scenes are knockoffs. Fallen Order has better characters, better story, and a true hero's journey. Those videos will be coming back soon for my members, by the way. I'm just trying to get this voice thing going. But yeah, I mean, I'm 16 plus hours into the game, so I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot that Kenobi tried to steal. They also stole from Rebels, some of the best scenes in Rebels. So yeah, the show was it's creatively bankrupt and didn't make any sense. But there you go. That's just what you get from Disney nowadays. Like I said, we're living in a world. I mean, you obviously feel free to disagree with me here, but we're living in a world where I personally think the best looking trailer that's come out of Disney is fucking Cassian Andor. That's the world we're living in. Bush and Ryu Cat with a $2 says, is Battle Angel Alita 2 movie ever possible? I mean, it's possible. But I don't know if they're going to do one. I haven't even seen the first one. I've got it. I own it. But I haven't seen it yet. I own it on Blurra. Okay, so I did a naughty thing. I did a naughty thing today. I did a naughty thing today. So I did a naughty thing. There's well, firstly, some good news. I backed a Lego project last year, and it's arriving tomorrow. It's the Venetian houses in Lego. These Venetian houses, Lego Venetian houses. But today's the 1st of August, and Lego released some new sets today. So I'll be done before Gary's on. Don't worry. I'll be done before Gary's on. So they released some new models. The first model that they released, which was new that I bought, was the updated version of the spacecraft LL928. I absolutely had to purchase this because he'll be live in 30 minutes. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So 45. Okay. I'll be done. It's an updated version of the spacecraft LL928. The spacecraft LL928 was the first ever space Lego that I got. And I got it on I think it was my 10th birthday, maybe my 9th birthday. And this is an updated version. This is a bigger version, slightly bigger, but it has the same aesthetic. It just looks a little cooler. So I had to get that. There was also another new set that they released today. And it was the Sanctum Sanctorum from Marvel. And it just looks so good. It just looks so good. Hold on, let me get some. Let me go and get some pickies. Okay. Just make sure I don't dox myself. Okay, cool. So let's get the boost. Let's bring this up. Here we go. Let's just stop sharing this for the moment. And let's share this. This is the LL928. So this is the updated version. Nick is what? Nick is perma-banned? What? No. Somebody get me some information about Nick's ban, please. So this is the updated version of LL928. Modern version. It's bigger. But it still retains the same structure and look of it. It's really nice. It's beautiful, actually. Now then, a quick look at this. This is the Camaro. This isn't the Impala. I was gutted. If this was the Impala, I would have snapped this up. But this is the Chevrolet Camaro. But then there is the Sanctum Sanctorum. And this just looks so cool. And it will fit into the Lego City. Because I have all these Lego City sets, the prestige sets. So, you know, you make it modular and it attaches. So, you know, I do have the Daily Bugle as well. So I can make my own little New York, Marvel Lego New York. Excuse me. So, yes, I have ordered those two. And I got to confess all my sins. A week today, the castle comes out for pre-order. The huge castle comes out for pre-order. So, Yeah, we're gonna have to get that. Hey, hold on. Hey, Jonathan, I'm a grown adult. Stuff like this doesn't affect me. All this does is show what you're like as a person, not me. So I see things like this and it makes me smile. Thank you. I hope whatever is wrong in your life that makes you think things like this is going to affect anyone. I don't know you. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. I hope whatever in your life makes you do that, though, you overcome them. Okay? I hope you overcome them. Okay, where did we get to? Where did we get to? Here. Fine. Brilliant. Okay, so I found where we got to. Boom. Any news on the Nick stuff, by the way? Hey, no, I definitely got to lose weight, but you know, I'm coming off 3 weeks of COVID. I haven't done a lot of exercise in the last 3 weeks. I can definitely guarantee you that. But is any news from Nick? Is there any proper news from Nick? I need to find out about that. God damn it! It's gone back to the fucking. Why? Why would you do that? Where would he get to? No, wait. No, that's the wrong one. That's the one before. We need to get to the 26th of July. I've gone too deep, ladies. I've gone too deep. There's Meth Bear. Go up, 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 go up. I think this is where we are. Here we go. I think this is where we are. Has reached the server. I gone too deep. I gone too deep. I'm sorry. I will start to reduce schlong. Corey Gibson with a $5 says, with these bad trailers, it must be said, embrace tradition, reject modernity, and long live the Iron Age. Amen. Amen. Default name with an $8 says the Monsters trailer is the worst thing of all time. Rob Zombie has a bad movie gem on his hand. I saw the trailer. It's abysmal. It's absolutely abysmal. It's unfinished. It's clearly not been done by the studio, as in whoever's like releasing it on their dime. The film looks absolute wank. I don't even think it's going to be so bad. Like, it's either going to be so bad it's good, or it's going to be so unfunny it's funny. No, I think it's just going to be shit. But it's Rob Zombie, and he's very good at making shit. The Ultimate G-Man with a $10 says, "As I know you like Nightfall, but what do you think for parts 2 and 3, Knights Crusade and Knights End? I'm making my way back through, and I'm finding myself loving parts 2 and 3. Knight's Quest and Knight's End are great. When I talk about Nightfall, I'm really talking about the Nightfall saga, but I don't really want to say Nightfall saga because Disney keep using the term Skywalker saga. But when I'm talking about Nightfall, I'm encompassing Knight's Quest and Knight's End into it. Knight's Quest is great because Knight's Quest, you get to you get to see the mental fall of Jean-Paul Vallée. It's great. You just see this man just mentally come apart. Very little Bruce in it. You know, a little bit of Bruce here or there, a little bit here, a little bit there. But he's, you know, he's trying to find ways to fix his back. And, you know, when you go into Night's End's great. Night's End's the culmination. Bruce is healed, but he needs to get his muscle memory back. He needs to get his sharpness back. So he hires Lady Shiva to train him. And we know what she's like. So we go through that great little storyline of him not killing and then faking killing somebody for Lady Shiva's purposes. While by that time, Jean-Paul's just gone complete Asbat. And he's just mowing down criminals now. He's just fucking killing everything. And their fight was just fantastic, and the ending of it was fantastic. You know, he literally just strips Jean-Paul of everything that he thinks he is until he's left with just his helmet on. And then once he's stripped of his helmet, this is who you are, Jean-Paul. You're a kid. You're a kid that's been programmed by a cult of assassins, the Order of Saint Dumas. You know, this is who you are. You're just a man. You're just a man who's been driven by this. It's great. It's great stuff. Wonderful stuff. The Sod Monster with £10 says, I, for one, cannot wait for the adventures of Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're coming, literally, not the rest. Ryan Crowley with a $5 says, maybe the Cure Kids Club. Oh, no. Moving on. Michael B, a.k.a. Shogun Gaming, with a 14 Danish phallic unicorn. Why, thank you. Gunblade Knight with a $5 says, my favorite Mike Judge show is Daria. I used to watch Daria. It was pretty cool. She was a sulky cow. Qui-Gon Jinn, yeah. Digby Strawbridge with a £10, no message, but just a £10 super. Thank you, Digby. Brightest Day with a $5 says, everything's gonna be all right. Who are they trying to convince? Well, everything is gonna be all right. It's just gonna be women. Madruk84 with a 5 Canadian says, thank you for showing these trailers here so I don't have to make the effort trying to go to watch this shit. Dwayne Longhofer with a $10 says, I saw 3 male characters, not extra, in the trailer, and 2 were not from Wakanda. Has it become Amazonia? Well, I don't know what the guy's called, but the guy who was in the trailer, who was in the other film, he's recently said, I'm not in this film. And then he's in the fucking trailer. It's weird. I don't know. Apparently he becomes the ruler of Wakanda at the end of the movie. Just saying. I'm not ruining anything. We all know it's going to be shit. Black Mage 9 with $5. Is it kind of awkward for Black Panther 2 that this movie is basically a race war against Africans versus Americans? Versus Mexicans, sorry. It's well, okay. Let me put it in these terms. Let me just move away from that and just present you with something. If a film has an all-white cast, then it's not diverse. If a film has an all-black cast, it's diverse. Work that one out in your head. Work that one out in your head. Scott Vakra with a £5 says She-Hulk trailer key moment. Remember the girl in the neighborhood who everyone liked? Now I'm that girl. Total self-insert loser. I think that part was really highly edited. So I think the context is off. But yeah, they didn't, but they edited it to make it come across like that. So that's how they edit it to make it come across. So there you go. You're not wrong. Brian McCann with a $5 says Dr. Doom and Atuma arrange for Atlantis and Wakanda to go to war. Mountain tribe leader might become king. Just said that, yeah. Shuri becomes Black Panther. Yeah, there's your movie. That's your movie in a nutshell. Bubba Doom one with a $20 says, it sincerely breaks my heart to hear that Worf is going to be in Picard. He was my hero growing up. He helped me stand up to bullies. I hated what they did to him in the movies. I can't imagine what they'll do to him. Oh, Bubba. I know, dude. And I admit this is in my own head because this is not reality. In my own head, the Star Trek, the Next Generation movies do not live in canon to me. Because the characters are not the characters from the TV show. They act completely differently. But I know that it is canon, but to me, it's not. It's not. I really want season 3 of Picard to be I know some things. I can't say anything. I'm sworn to secrecy. I'm sworn to secrecy, but I know some things. I don't know. All I'm going to say is don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Second Rodeo with a $2 says Wakanda forever looks like morn porn. I mean, obviously I think they have to look, they should have recast T'Challa. I can't. No, I'm sworn. I'm sworn. I can't say anything. They should have just cast T'Challa. Recasting T'Challa would have saved them a lot, but ultimately they wanted Shuri to be Black Panther. That's where they ultimately wanted the character to go. So I don't want this to sound the way it's going to sound, but it's going to sound the way it's going to sound. Life presented an opportunity. Life presented an opportunity, and that's the story that they can now tell. Josh, sorry, Josh, with a $5 says, are we going to get Mr. Fix-It, my favorite Hulk? No, you're going to get Obnoxious Bitch, and you'd be happy. Bria 24/7I with a $5 says, Gary's wrong. Namor is the first Marvel/timely character. Motion Picture Funnies weekly #1. His first appearance predates Marvel Comics 1. Shazam, wasn't Shazam not part of DC when it was first created, and then it got brought into DC as, Captain Marvel? Something like that. I think they'll get Idris Elba as T'Challa. I think they'll give Chadwick Boseman a nice send off though. And then Bria 24/7I with another $5 says Motion Picture Funnies Weekly one predates Marvel Comics one. Gary's wrong. Look it up. Two side by side. Boomer Stick with a $10 says imagine, if you will, a minefield with two marked paths, a red one and a yellow one. Red path is marked with craters and blood. Yellow is clear. R&B's Picard tweet is surely the red path is good now. I love I love Robert. I love Robert. I will never stop loving Robert. Robert is the ultimate optimist. He truly is. And I'll always love him for that. Rick Sanchez with a $2 says X-Man with an X or mutates, bigots. Yeah, you can't say X-Men anymore. Gleeman with a $10 says, I told my friend they were making a new National Treasure. Asked him what he thought they did with it. His response, woman lead, woman of color. That's how predictable this is. Utter trash. Predictable is definitely the correct word. It's very predictable. It's very tiresome. Gabriel W with a 30 shekels says, good evening, lads and lady. In the 90s, X-Men show mutants was used as a racial slur by the hate group against the X-Men. Kind of tells you where their ideology is at. Keep speaking the truth. They just don't want to say man. You know, that's the weird, that's the crazy thing. Scott Vacra with a £5 says, RIP Alan Grant. As a kid in Scotland, my writing hero hailed from Dundee. Scarface, Ratcatcher, Crosifman, Tolpa. Greatest Batman stories ever. Alan Grant was a wonderful writer. Wonderful writer. I really saw his work in just, you know, in the Batman comics. But we were, oh my God, so spoiled by the plethora of writers at the Jim Starling, Alan Grant, Chuck Dixon. You know, we just had these absolutely insanely good writers. And they were supported by crazy good artists. You know, we had Jim Aparo. We had Norm Brayfogle. We had Kelly Jones. We had Graham Nolan. For the, you know, just Mike Man. I enjoyed Mike Manley's work on it as well. Just absolutely, that time for Batman was insane. And Alan Grant was a wonderful, wonderful writer. Wonderful. I'd have to say, I mean, I would have to say mine is Chuck Dixon. My Batman writer is Chuck Dixon. Because Dixon could write so many characters and make them feel unique, you know, that they really did have their own voice. And he knew where to, you know, how to make sure the comic flowed, where to put the fighting, where to put the talking, where to put the detective work. And Dixon Nolan was my dream team. Chuck Dixon, Graham Nolan was my dream team. Down there, hidden, because it's protected at the minute. When I supported one of Graham Nolan's Indiegogo campaigns, I went for the art, for a headpiece. So I have this unique Batman from Graham Nolan. You've no idea how much that means to me. No idea how much that means to me. Fucking A. And even at that time, I was reading comics like Hitman, Garth Ennis, John McCrae, and Hitman basically led the way for the boys. Whew. So fucking good. So yeah, I mean, I look at that era, and just so incredibly blessed by how good it really is, you know. And then you go back, you know, when you start going into the back issues and you start picking up the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams stuff. Oh God. And I you know, I don't know, you know, obviously because I'm a Batman freak. But when I started, because my first Batman comic, I think was Batman, I think it was like 473. I think it was roundabout there. And so when I started to go back, you know, back issues, and you go back through the 400s, and you got to the Jim Starlin stuff, and you know, Knights of the Beast and all that kind of KG Beast, you know. Then you got to year one and all that kind of stuff, where they essentially reset that new time frame, changed the origin of Jason Todd and all that sort of stuff. But when I went even further back and I bought issue 300 to 400, and I read all the stories from 300 to 400, holy shit. That shit was dope. You had Catwoman in a like flowing Catwoman outfit. You had Lucius Fox, heavy with Lucius Fox. You had Bruce living in the penthouse. You had the emergence of a lot of new characters: Black Mask, Killer Croc. Nocturna was Jason Todd's mother. Man, there was just incredible. Oh, Jim Balance, Catwoman is. Whew. I remember being at school. So I know I got more super chats and I know Gary's starting. Sorry, Gary. I'll send them all to you. I'll send them all to you when I've finished, Gary. I'm sorry. I'm talking about things that I love, and I very rarely get to talk about things that I love. There was a little bit of Luke Fox, not a lot of Luke Fox. But there was a good, like Lucius was a real integral kind of part of that run. But yeah, I remember I was at school. I was at high school. And at lunch break, you could go down to the if you were in, I think this is when I was in the upper classes, you were allowed to go out to the, corner shop. And that corner shop used to sell comics. Now, back in those days, if I was to buy a comic in front of some guys at school, I would be ripped apart as a nerd. Ripped apart as a nerd. But I walked into that comic shop and newsagent. Hold on. I'm gonna bring up the cover. And I went into that newsagent and I sort of like subtly looked down the magazine aisle to see what comics were there. And because there was no internet then, there's no internet. So you couldn't go online to find things. You literally had to read magazines to find out what was coming out. You had to go to comic shops to say, oh my God, they've released this series. Gary started, oops, sorry. But in this comic shop on the rack was this Catwoman #2. And that was the, can we get a better? There. That. Wait, hold on. I need to I'll get a better picture. Here we go. Boom. That came looking back at me on the rack. This Catwoman #2. With this incredibly sexy Jim Ballant art. But she looked vicious. She looked ready for action. She was trying to save her friend. And it was exciting. It was just like, that's an exciting cover. There's action going there. There's adventure. There's a hard ass. There's a sexy lady. It appeals to you on multiple levels. Not just a big pair of tits, but they are there. And I had to buy it. I had to buy it. And so after I bought it, then when I did my trip over to Leeds to buy my comics, I went over to Leeds and I was like, hey, that was I think that was the first time that I went to Leeds. The first time I went to Leeds. Because I wanted to see these, and I didn't realize that newsstand editions were 2 months behind comic book shops. I never knew that. I never knew that at all. I thought that the month on the it's done it. Fuck off, you cunt. I thought that the date on the comic itself was the date that the thing came out. No. So that was like really so I went to Leeds and I went, do you have any do you have Catwoman #1? And this guy who had a shop, like a stand I never even knew Forbidden Planet was a comic shop then. I just went to this guy in the Marion Center in Leeds. He had a stall with comics in the Marion Center. So I see that, I've looked in a magazine to see that there's this shop here. So I find this stall of comics. And there's this dude probably in his 60s. And I'm like, hello, sir. Do you have, and I'm first of all, I'm just in awe of these comics. But then I see like this Catwoman 3 and Catwoman 4. I'm like, what? I'm like, I just bought this #2 on the newsstand, and he's like, yeah, the news agents, they get the comics for the month that we're on. But if you're a specialist store, they come in two months early. I left that day with a lot of comics, but he only had one copy of Catwoman 1, sorry. And that Catwoman 1 was £7.50, which, can I just tell you, was a fortune back in 1993. Because I was buying Batman comics for 50 pence, 60 pence each. And this Catwoman #1 was £7.50, and it was £7.50 because it was signed by everyone. Jim Ballant, Dick Giano, I can't pronounce his surname properly, Joe Duffy, forgive me, Inca, I apologize, I can't remember who inked it. And it came with a certificate of authenticity. And I had brought about, I think about £30. And I said, I'll take it. I took it, I bought it. And I'm a young, I'm 17 years old or something at the time. I bought it, Chuck. I bought it. Even though I don't have that one because, as you know, I lost all my comic collection to me being a fucking idiot. But when I started to buy my comic collection back, when I got to the Catwoman, I made sure I bought an autographed #1 Catwoman again with a certificate of authenticity. But I remember after I'd bought all I wanted from this guy, because I'm a kid and I don't know really, tact particularly well. I said, I used to be, I got, when I was in my early 20s, I got badly into gambling. I got badly into gambling. I was a compulsive gambler. And I lost everything. I lost everything I owned. Everything I owned. Everything. I literally had the clothes that I was wearing and a bag on my back with, nothing in it. Because I gambled it all away. Lost everything. Lost everything. It took me a little while to get out of that. Having nothing didn't stop me from when I got something to gamble. So, but anywho, that's another story for another time. Some people have already heard it though. But I said to this guy, I said, are there any other comic shops nearby? You don't quite understand tact as a kid. But this guy went, if you go out the door there, take a left, go down to the main high street, keep going to the main high street. On the right-hand side, about halfway down, there's a Forbidden Planet comic shop. He actually sent me to his corporate competitor. And I went there and they had boxes and boxes of back issues. And I left that day with a big stack of comics. I was so excited. I was on the bus going back home. I was so fucking excited. But you know what? I always went back to that guy first when I went to Leeds. I didn't go to Forbidden Planet first. I would always go to him first. And I set my pull list up with him. Not Forbidden Planet. With him, because he'd been so kind to me. Oh man, those were the days. Fuck. It gets me. When I say, just look what they've taken from us. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. They took everything from us, man. They took it all. Guardian Fortress with a $50 says, I work at the theaters and Love and Thunder is so dead right now. Fuck, I'm actually going to look. I'm going to look at what it did this weekend. Holy shit, it got knocked down to 3rd. this week. Oh my God. Fucking Nope beat it. Oh, I used to get the animated. I used to get the animated comic. Used to obviously watch the show. So it's on 662 million worldwide, 301 million domestic, 360 million international. It's again, I think week 5 it goes. I think it could really struggle this week. It didn't have a great weekend. It's gone right. Week 1 to week 2 down 68%. Week 2 to week 3 down 52%. A further 52%. Week 3 to week 4 down 42%. It's dropping quick. I said I think it's going to do 750 to 850 at the box office. I don't know if it's going to hit 750. I don't know if it's going to hit 750. Maybe. It still made money. It definitely made money, Todd. It did make, it's, you know, made a profit, but if you think that Marvel and Disney didn't want $1 billion for this film, then you're denying yourself. You're deluding yourself. It's not going to make the money they want it to make. I'll tell you that right now. Gary, I'm so sorry, Gary. I'll send the rest over when the remaining over. Where do we get to? Here we go. Black Tiger 01 with a 10 Canadian says, Murder Fuck Kill, round 50, co-host edition. Choose the fate of the other 3. 1, get 300 million subs, but leave BBC. Done. Moving on, Matthew Hammond with a $5. Even the worst of these trailers is still better than Rob Zombie's The Monsters trailer. Matthew, I agree. Actually, I'm not too sure about She-Hulk, but yeah. I mean, that Monsters trailer was something special. Night King 01 with a $2. It looks like all the budget went to Andor. Andor's been finished for a while, folks. That has been finished for a while. That's been done for like 2 years or something. Huh? Does Hemsworth have something on the back end of his contract? Does he have a percentage of ticket sales? I don't know. What I do know is that they're filming in Australia. They film quite a bit of it in Australia because he don't want to fucking go over to America. So they're accommodating him by filming in Australia. That's all I do know. But I don't know if he has any, back end residuals. Christopher Miller with a $5 says, Gary, any chance of a sit-down interview with you in Vegas during or after the meetup? Well, that's been and gone. Sir Mahouse with a $5 says, after this wonderful stream, head to Sir Mauhas if you're interested in the tales of King Arthur and the histories of naughty words. Damn, that could have been pretty interesting, dude. I know that Kiss My Ass comes from the Canterbury Tales by Chaucer. That's where they think the Kiss My Ass terminology originates from. Chaucer, the Canterbury Tales. Jin Carrier with a $5 said, I heard it's going to be Victoria Von Doom. Oh my God. Golden Nuggets with a $10 says, just saw the Wakanda trailer, pure wank. Coltrane with a $10 says, with regards, I did like the bit where the mother was going, I'm the head of the most powerful country in the world and I fucking lost everything. But you know, we know that will probably go nowhere. Coltrane with a $10 says, with regards to Star Wars, where are the aliens? Where are the real galactic diversity and not this race bullshit? It's been pushed aside for modern day sensibilities. Rival Schools with a $5 says, in an unfortunate possible future where fans of comics, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, etc., depart, do you think gender ideologists will follow us there like Jaws? No. I mean, this is where you gatekeep. That's when you do gatekeep. You know? Hey, nice fandom you got here. Sure could do with me cleaning it up a bit. No, fuck off. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking degenerate fuck. Fuck off. This isn't a very welcoming space on purpose because we don't want you. Fuck off. That's how it's got to go with the when you make your own franchises. The contextual gamer with a $2 says, Nina, what is a woman? In my opinion, women/men are ideals. Now with the genders. Golger with 100 Swedish says, hey, I heard some excellent defenses today for not Sauron. I think he looks fine because he's not Sauron. There was some edgy stuff in Peter Jackson's movie as well. And have you never seen an IRL Satanist? I believe you. Matt Guillemet with a 5 Canadian says, how woke do you think the X-Men at 97 will be? Disney love to destroy everything that we care for, don't they? Just don't get your hopes up and then you can be pleasantly surprised if it's good. Agent Strawman with a $20 says, now that Az has been put into Twitter jail, I can only simp on YouTube. Hail to the real BBC. Oh, thank you, dude. Trucker Rob with a $5 says, oh, hi, Az. Oh, hi, Trucker Rob. Jürgen Halfand with a $20 says, if you told nerdy 13-year-old me that I'd be begging the world to stop giving me high-budget fantasy shows, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. Yeah, just stop. Just stop. Also, the fact that Marvel are doing X-Men 97 just proves how fucking desperate they are. Desperate they are to try and appeal to the actual fucking demographic they should be catering to. You know? Legitimate fans. Death by Snoo with a $5 says, how about Henry Cavill as Gordon Freeman in a live-action Half-Life? Do it. Henry Cavill in anything, do it. Ecanalist with a $10. In the spirit of the comic aspect of the real BBC, with your permission, I'd like to recommend people look up Hunter Ninja Bear, written by Chuck Dixon on Kickstarter. 54 hours left. So it's finished. $1,200 to meet its goal. Hopefully it met its goal. Should meet its goal. Scott Chrissy Jones with a £2 says England are winning 1-0, lads. General Grievous with a £4.49 says, have you guys heard of a show called Banshee? It's got an ex-Nazi Kurt Bunker who goes on a redemption arc. It looks interesting. I've heard the show's name, but I don't know anything about it. Bass player 2011 Iffy with a $5 says, the Rings of Power set makes the Blackadder 2 sets look good. And they were basically made out of cardboard. It's all the green screen. It's the small element of set versus the vastness of the green screen, and it looks out of place. Your brain's just like, that don't look real. Happy birthday, Paulie with a $5 says, Gary, did you ever catch Vito's video calling you out for your Lord of the Rings coverage in which he mispronounces Galadriel? He's a pedo sympathizer, so fuck him. He's got nothing I need to hear. And then when I confronted him on it in a stream, he ran away from me. There you go. Dirt is king with a $200. Says Gloriana battleships are the best spaceships. Roy King 2740 with a 30 shekels says, Gary, have you tried the game Mass Effect by BioWare? The Expanse was based on that game. I think you would like the first one. I want to play Mass Effect 1 again. I want to play the first game again. Probably already done. Andreas Bamrant with a 55 Swedish says, if Amazon destroys Baron and Luthien, for me, I will lose my sanity. I'm going to destroy everything, so it don't matter. Brady, I want to play Final Fantasy 15 again, though, and there's lots of stuff. We're doing some really fun streams, gaming streams recently with Quarter Black and X-Ray Girl and Perry Chan. They've been some good stuff. Brightest Day with the $2 says, so say we all. So say we all. Edward Morris with a $2 says, words, here. Emdrick Ford 84 with a 5 Canadian says, those pictures end up on your parents' refrigerator. J.S. Pena with a $5 says, Gary, what would be worse, Jeremy with the intelligence of Mr. Fantastic or Ryan with the power of Doomsday? I think we all know the answer to that question. The Ultimate G-Man with a $5. No Mauler, they are holding down the Utopia button. They have to exert energy to keep that Utopia from us. Nefarious Alfarius with a £4.49 says, meanwhile, where's Ezra? Ezra, his PR team have been making sure that anything nasty in the media doesn't go anywhere. Because Ezra's protected. Chris B with a $5 says, according to the circle of inclusivity, they'll want to claim the Rippaverse as their own and push out Eric by the same time next year. Yeah, well, Eric will tell him to fuck off. Shauna Bass with a $10 says, just throwing cash for the Azrant. Oh, thank you. And Jesus Davila with a $10 thumbs up sticker. Thank you, emote, really. Gentleman Jervis with a $2 says, dear Az, I love you warmly, Jervis Cottonbelly. I really hope that is the legit Jervis Cottonbelly. Holy fuck, it is. I think it is. I fuck, it is as well. I think, yeah. Holy shit. Nice. I'm going to subscribe to him. It's a wrestler. He's a wrestler, folks. He's a wrestler. Yeah. Nice. General Jervis, awesome, dude. Nicholas Cruiser with a $5 says, vitamin D, iodine, vitamin K2, vitamin C, and zinc in order of importance. I got some zinc, got some vitamin D, got my vitamin C. I got some, dude. And that is the super chats from the show. Let's refresh and get the super chats from today. Ian Carnels with a $10 says, you guys should check out Aliens Fireteam Elite on the weekends. It's on Xbox Game Pass if you don't want to pay. Or you can play Dragon Age for the channel. That'd be cool. Dragon Age Origins. I'd love to play that again. Fuck. Rustin Noel with a $5 says, working on my Blood Angels army for the Horus Heresy. Keep up the fight to keep our Astartes men for the Emperor. Yeah, they didn't like that, did they? Bethany with a $5. No message, just a $5. Thank you, Bethany. Robert McDonald with a $10 says the people of South Africa are already showing their excitement of Wakanda Forever by emulating Disney stuff by forcing, oh wow, okay, non-consensual relations with 8 female models in a photo shoot. Right. Lovely. Jubbly. Rambam 3000 with a £5 says Neil Gaiman based death on Cinnamon Hadley, a fashion designer and fixture in the St. Louis goth scene, and very definitely white. Yeah, well, now he's an ideologue, and she's black. Teddy with a £5 says, got to see one of my favorite movies, John Carpenter's The Thing, on the big screen recently. Any favorite films you'd like to see in the cinemas? I would love to see Battle Royale at the cinema. On the actual big screen cinema Battle Royale. Mr. X with a $1,000 Clippians says, hey, Asman, our Final Fantasy 14 stream is going to be weekly. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to start doing them as many Saturdays as we can. Not everyone is necessarily going to be there, but I'm going to try and do as many Saturdays as I can. I did a little bit of work last night on my character, which is top level, but I did a little bit of work trying to do stuff with the Freak Grand Company, and boobs. I've nearly got my character back to captain because I changed Grand Company from Twin Adders to Maelstrom. So that's going to be good, but I've got to wait 30 days, well, 27 days, 28 days, whatever it is, 26 days, before I can swap over the leadership. But this is all gravy, baby. Sile with a £2 says that new Tobey Maguire 1 in 6 looks majestic for Spider-Man. Yeah, bought it. Well, pre-ordered it. Figs93 with a $2 says thoughts on Star Wars Andor trailer. It's the best trailer from Disney. It's the best trailer from Disney. It's as simple as that. Ooh, KOTOR has been cancelled. The KOTOR remake's been cancelled. Well, it's indefinitely postponed. So I think dodged a bullet there, folks. I think we dodged a bullet there, boys. Black Tiger 01, the 2 Canadians, says, stuck at work. Can you bring my chat back tomorrow? Chat's working fine. The Chaos One X with a $5 says, Padawan thing read like bad slash fanfic, not professional writing. Yeah, it came across as some filthy degenerate who gets off on young teenage boys snogging. Filthy degenerate. Forgotten Frost with a £2 says, please review a volume of One Piece per week. It's too much. Too much, dude. So, no, that's a no can do. There's so much One Piece, it's never going to happen. I ain't got the time. Matthew with a $5 says, as there was a video from Midnight's Edge, it's also due to pre-screening where people said it was confusing because they messed up the timeline. Marvel didn't give a fuck about the timeline anymore. They've buggered it beyond. Andrew Reddy with a 20 Australian says, hey lads, first time donating. Thank you, sir. Very generous. Was wondering what you thought of the trailer for Samaritan with Sylvester Stallone. I thought it looked watchable. Jesus Christ. I thought Samaritan looked horrendous. I thought it looked horrendous. I just thought it looked horrendous. No. No. I might watch it for the shits and the giggles, but I love Stallone. But this was a big fucking bag of no. Yeah, it kind of, yeah, it's, no. You're the superhero. No, I'm not. Oh, look, you just coincidentally got hit by a car and had to put yourself back together. Whatever. No, not, let's just say, not for me. Not for me, personally. Robert McDonald with another $10 says Amber should be able to pay Johnny in no time at all with her new promo partnership with Sealy Mattress for their poopopedic mattress line. For those that need that fresh Cleveland steamer smell. Wow. Hasn't some porno guy offered her like $10 million to do a porno? Hey, Amber, 10 million, 10 mil, just saying. Jim Alaska with a $5 says, "As which do you prefer, Devonshire or Cornish style on your scones?" Okay. I'm going to show a little bit of ignorance here, Jim. I'm not too sure the difference. You're right down there somewhere. But I will say, so hopefully you can help me, I prefer clotted cream on my scones as opposed to fresh cream. So I don't know if that is the style or what, but I prefer clotted cream on my scones. I'll see if that gets a reaction. Muggsy Kins with a 2 Canadian says the new Atari Lego console is out now. Yeah, I was kind of tempted, but I had to ow, fuck, that hurt. I had to slap myself on the wrist and say no. I've done too many, and B, the castle comes out next week, and I gotta get that castle. Black Tiger 001 with a 2 Canadian says, no. You have 3 co-hosts. Each get 1. You choose. I chose mine. I chose 300 mil, and I'm out of here. And Muggsykins with a 2 Canadian says, Thor 4 will also not sell any merchandise. It's funny because the hot toy, now we're caught up, the hot toy for female Thor came out, but it came out with a bunch of other hot toys. So I don't know if it's got buried. But nah. No interest. Right, folks, we are caught up. Thank you. Legitimately, thank you so much. I try not to do square ups. I tried to get things done on the day, but with the coof and everything, you know, I had to take one. So massive thank you to everyone who hit the super chat button, everyone who hit the membership button, redid your memberships. Thank you so much indeed. I'm very, very grateful. Please, the 800 and so that are still remaining, go over to Gary Nerdrotic. He's streaming right now. Go over there and please show Gary some love because he's a lovely man. And I will see you tomorrow on The Real BBC over on Gary's channel as well. You take care. Have a lovely rest.